Hello. Hi. I am sitting here with the kitty. Isn't he a cutie? Sorry, I'm doing my angles thing again. Yeah, he's a cute kitty, except he's got these little fleas on his chinny chin. We gotta do something about your fleas, mister. But then I also said, nobody's perfect. He's perfect in his own way. Even with the fleas on his chinny chin, because there's always fleas on his chin. But he's still the cutest, softest, fluffiest. Flufferina's really cute too. But she always has kind of like an angry face. I once again feel like I'm stalling. Joseph Stalin, or whatever his name is. I made this joke about being a communist the other day. Well, it was just funny because I kept like randomly, what did I bring up? Did I say Bolshevik? And apparently that's like a communist thing, but I always say that just like as a swear word or something randomly. And I said Ashamala, but I knew that was kind of wrong. I was like, wait, was that what I said? No, it was Ahamala. That's what I used to always say, too. And sometimes it'll still pop in my head, but I don't really say it as much. I used to say chinchillas a lot, too. Just, like, random, like, little Tourette's words. And I don't know if saying that is... I swear, sometimes I really just feel like so many things can be offensive and it's annoying me. Because then, and then it's like I take things weird too, and then I just can't like fucking I can't decipher anything. But okay, I was originally going to start this video off by saying look out or whatever disclaimer is probably going to get really emotional. But I think the rain just stopped and now maybe I don't feel like crying anymore. Oh no, it's still going a little bit. It's very like fuzzy rain. I don't know how else to explain it. It's sort of misty, sort of just fuzzy. I kind of like it. But I also was like, I'm going to go on a walk, and I don't know if I can walk in this, but part of me kind of wants to. If I really did these videos in terms of, like, keeping an updated story, I feel like I would have so much more to say. But then I feel like what happens a lot is I actually just don't feel like talking about a lot of it. I'd rather just talk the same mumbo jumbo I always talk without really talking about anything. It is what it seems to be. And then, I always gotta throw in my whole, I don't even know why I'm making these. What am I doing? What's the point of anything? And I just drank coffee, and it sucks because it's always like, oh yeah, that helped. But then I'm always just like, I need more. It's like I just can't sit still and be okay at the same time. And I'm just playing tag with some bad thoughts and feelings, also known as demons, I guess, or whatever. There's also like that loneliness feeling. And then there's like this isolating feeling. Like I can't deal with anybody. So I'll run away from that too. Which really turns it into like a running in circles situation, because then I'm chasing people and then running away from people, and that's just literally doesn't make any sense. That is a circle. It's a loop. A spiral. A never-ending, super annoying I feel like the lighting was better and it got worse. I was watching the Shia LaBeouf in the Hot Ones episode with Sean Evans, where they eat spicy hot wings, and he just starts saying all the time, like, I look so sad right now. Dude, look at me, I look so sad right now. Just use that as an acting tool. I don't know how much I look, but I am super sad right now. I'm super sad, and then I'm super, like, numb, I feel like is the word, but it really feels a lot like the white overcast sky that it is right now. That also reminds me of the nothingness and never-ending story that they're running away from. I love that that's like the plot. There's that scary-ass wolf, and then just this nothingness. That movie really is so cool. I should watch that movie again. I haven't seen it in a minute. I was watching a bunch of movies recently because I was in this cabin that someone let us borrow that had TV and stuff that works. We have a TV, but it only has like the DVD player and DVDs. We don't have any like things for streaming really. Except I guess we do have Disney Plus. But only when like the internet works. It's touchy. We don't really have internet here. But yeah, and it was raining, and I was in this friend's cabin, well, friend of friends, anywho, and yeah, we watched some movies, which was nice. Sometimes it is nice to just kind of veg out and watch some shit. And then I'll always think about them later, like, oh yeah, that one part of that one movie. Just like reading books or whatever, you pick up something on it. It's weird what you pick up, but you pick up something. And maybe you didn't even like the movie that much, but you're still kind of like happy that you picked up stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm remembering that part, and that was interesting. I don't know. I'm not that good at talking either. I can't formulate good talking no mores. Like, that's been the case for a while. I feel like I used to be way better at talking, but then when you realize about talking too, a lot of it's just like blah 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 blah. Need to like make lunch and drink more water and not be sad. I had to tell myself that as I got up, like, okay, we're not gonna be that sad. We're not gonna be that sad. And then I cried anyway. I might have a couple more cries in me today. I don't know. It would be fine if it wasn't so sad and pathetic also. Kitty, you're so cute. Cats don't cry. Dogs cry a little bit, but cats, I guess sometimes they cry. They have their sad meows. But they're usually just like, let me out of here. I don't know. That's the vibe though. Let me out of here. I was chilling with the cat last night in the car because I didn't want to go in the house. Because my roommate had her new guy over and I didn't want to be around it. So I just stayed in the car. And the cat also doesn't like being around when there's some random guy there. And so he kind of just came in the car with me. But then when I turned on the car to, like, let some heat in because it was cold, you know, he was like, whoa, meow, meow, she's catnapping me. I would catnap you. Take you to the vet. No, let's go on adventures in the car. Come on, kitty. I'm sorry that I'm not more to the point. I don't know what to tell the world. I don't know what to tell myself. I want to have more structure, and I still know that this is what is going to come out. I don't really plan it either. There's just a part of me that is also like, I can't just write down what I'm going to say and then just say that. I'm so... And the Grammys just passed, and it's like, you know, and I get it. It's like an award ceremony, and you got like 2 minutes to like say what you're gonna say. So obviously, it's like if you just said whatever, it would probably be like moosh goosh, and you just wasted 2 minutes of your life that was supposed to be important or whatever. So you say what's on the card, but then it's just like every speech is just like this rehearsed thing. But is it better than whoosh goosh? I don't know. What's really worth saying in 2 minutes? I don't know. I'm overthinking right now. I just overthink everything, and I hate it. It's just like, ugh. It's just annoying. Okay. But I don't really know what to say. Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing myself. Every day is just like, what the fuck am I going to do with myself today? I don't know. I have to do this, that, and that. Every day I'm afraid my car's just going to break down. But it's fine. Knock on wood. I'm hoping that my coat that I put in the trunk is not all wet now. Because there's a big old leak in the trunk, I guess. But it's weird, too. It's like sometimes it leaks super bad. Sometimes it's kind of fine. I have to re-duct tape the one side mirror. I basically just need to, like, get it looked at and fixed. But I just don't really have, like, a lot of money right now. And there's the whole money thing. There's the everything thing. There's my emotions thing. Because, I don't know. I know I haven't been great with keeping a timeline on these videos, which doesn't really matter because I'm not really expecting anyone to just watch all of them. I've posted so many at this point, it's kind of ridiculous. How many have I posted? Like 200 videos. In the span of a year. Which is like almost every day, isn't it? In the span of a year, 200 videos, and there's 365 days in a year. Oh no, it's not every day, but it's like quite a few. Is that crazy? It might be. Fucking A, though. It's just, like, if I planned it, like, it wouldn't get done. Okay. So, attempting to do a timeline story thing. What? I'm having a baby. If that hasn't been figured out yet. And I still, like, that just sounds weird coming out of my mouth still. But it's a thing, and I am excited about it. I was trying to talk to her last night. I always feel a little cuckoo. I actually just tried to rub some crystals on my belly. I swear I do things and I believe in them, but I also think I'm crazy. And then, I recently started, like, talking to my ex, which is funny because I also live with his ex. And they were engaged for a time. And, you know, they were together for a long time. But me and him are more recent exes, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. But, like, they were together, and then we were together. And he's been with someone else now. When I got here to California, he was with somebody else, which I was pretty bummed about, but people are like, oh, so you came back here to be with him. That's not true. I did not come to California to be with this ex. I just thought it would be nice to see him. This is gonna turn into a fucking circus. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, and you know what? I don't know. Y'all can think I'm a terrible person. It's, you know, it's in question. But my friend told me to go easy on yourself because you're pregnant and going through a lot right now. That sounds so lame, though. Like, guys, take pity on me. I'm just a sad loser right now. And, you know, he's totally just using me as a rebound right now, I guess. But, you know, I like to tell myself it's more than that. It's like, it's not as cut and dry as that, but it might be just something else I'm telling myself to make myself feel better. You know, that's a tough question. But, yeah. And, you know, he's what you would call a big red flag. He's also very red. So it's funny, because, you know, he's got this, like, you know how there's dirty blonde, which I am, and then he's like dirty ginger. Dirty ginger blonde. Strawberry blonde hair. You know, and like very red skin. But I'm not saying red skins, I'm just saying like it's kind of like always sort of red, and then he's got these like freckles on his chest and stuff, and you know, he's muscly, outdoorsy dude. I don't know. And he grew up in this town. He's Mr. Mendocino. Someone called him a dying breed once because he's just of the old local. When he was a little kid, and his dad was like this famous pirate guy, smuggling drugs, and went to jail, got out of jail, whatever. But, like, they sailed the ocean, like the seas, near like fucking Spain and Morocco or I don't know, somewhere around there maybe, smuggling drugs. And he was just like a kid on this ship. And for the past year now, since I left him, because we were together here in Mendocino, California, and he started living with me in my tiny little freaking cabin that I was staying in. But then I got like kicked out of there so they could have, it was stupid how I got kicked out or whatever. I mean, that's a common thing around here. They're like, okay, you have to go now because we actually want to use this as a guest room. And you're like, oh, cool. I'm glad that your guests having a visiting room is more important than my livelihood. Like, they're just coming to visit, and they probably have money for a hotel. Stay on Astoria, Elsa. And so then we had nowhere to live. And we started just sleeping in his friend that I became friends with too, kind of in the last days, oddly. And he died, and he lived, I don't know what they call it. They call it the bluffs, the headlands, which are just like these cliffy areas. They don't even really have woods. They have a little bit of woods, but it's like a lot of bramble and stuff and bushes. And, you know, they just sleep in the bushes. But it's like, it's weird because it's like also like overlooking the ocean and like this beautiful area. It's like fancy camping, but at the same time it's, you know, brutal and hard and it gets really cold and blah, blah, blah. I actually did that, but only for like a couple nights. You know, I did not last very long. I can't camp like that. I mean, this isn't just camping, this is homelessness. And, you know, there's a tarp and a mattress on the ground. Well, they got planks of wood underneath that. And, you know, then you can walk to the public bathrooms sometimes during the day. And it's just, you know, it's a little embarrassing pride-wise when you get to that point in life. But I don't know, like, there's also odd respect for the people that do it in this town. And it's a weird fucking thing, and it's a small fucking town, and so, I mean, and what I was saying about it with him too is like, I mean, you know, it ain't the easiest living, and the best way to get through it sometimes is just to become really alcoholic with it. I mean, a lot of them, I think, a lot of us were already had drinking problems to begin with. But then it's weird because that drinking problem becomes it becomes a serious part of your survival coping mechanism with everything. It's just drinking. I mean, it keeps you warm. And it numbs all the pain and struggle of living homelessly. But So I moved, so we kind of broke up, you know. We were never even really, but and I moved to Connecticut with my cousin. I mean, that's how it turned out. That wasn't actually the plan. I was supposed to move in with my friends, but then it turned into me just living with my cousin, which was kind of, you know, not too surprising though, because that's where my cousins are, and I've lived with them before. But anywho, so I did that for the past year, and he just stayed homeless. And I kept hoping, you know, he was gonna, like, find something. But he does struggle so much with the drinking that, you know, he never really did. And he's got his truck that's kind of broken down, and now it's just been sitting there for, like, ever in this, like, one spot by this little gas station, the most expensive gas station in the country. And it's, like, barely standing because this one tire is so bad. And he found somebody, this lady, and they were living out of her van also. But now she just recently was arrested, and then after that is gonna be put in like a 72-hour required psychological evaluation thing, because she kind of just had a bit of a mental breakdown, which is, you know, really sad and really understandable, because I feel like that's why I had to go to Connecticut, is because I was like, if I stay and try and deal with all of this with you, this guy, I'm gonna have, like, just a mental breakdown. And I guess also there's health problems that she has with her kidney and liver, so that could have been, like, a related, like, your body health affects your mental health, you know, it's all connected, and I don't know, you know, then it becomes a chicken and an egg thing, but also whatever. And this was kind of recent, like, I don't know, a week or two ago. And then he was, like, sad, and I was just coming back from this trip to see another friend in California, in Chico. And I came back, and my roommate, his other ex that was engaged to him, you know, had invited him over with his other buddy, because his other buddy was, like, not doing well and, like, suicidal, so she picked him up and brought ex-guy, because they're, like, sort of buddies and grew up in school together, and so they were just here at the house, all super drunk, and then the ex-guy just started hitting on me really hard, because he was freaking super drunk. And we hooked up, and I told myself I wasn't going to catch feelings, because I know what this is, but obviously I'm still catching feelings anyway, even though I still know what the hell it is. This is becoming a very... He's so cute. This is becoming a very long video, but whatever. And because it's so long, I'm just gonna make it longer by doing more angle shit. And I just feel like the lighting got worse, but whatever. Got, like, darker. And I'm really wasting time. And whatever, time is kind of whatever for me right now, so whatever. So, I'm sorry, I feel like it's hard to, like, tell these stories too, because I need to start coming up with code names. I need to start coming up with code names for people. What would I make his code name? I guess Wrex came into my head for some reason. Like, it's gotta be kind of tough sounding, but, like, oddly enough, his name is not that tough sounding, but they're, like, rugged. I don't know if he's really a Wrex. He's more like a Tex. I'm just kidding. He's more like a, I don't even freaking know. That's like a funny thought. Anyway. We'll just call him Wrex for now, because this is the first thing that popped in my brain. Besides Sakari, oddly. No, I don't know why that came in my name. Okay, I suck with storytelling. I suck with everything. So, I mean, this is where I don't know what to say. 'Cause, like, you know, they were, like, together. And now they're kind of, like, not. But only because... And then we just started... And then my roommate got all weird with me because she doesn't want me to be with him. But it's also because she's, like, jealous. Because she still has feelings for him, too. You know, the whole thing is just so fucking stupid. It's just stupid. It's like it doesn't even matter at the same time, too. Because when it comes to Wrex or whatever, it just doesn't matter. Because he just won't stop his bad habits of drinking and smoking cigarettes. And sometimes it feels like that's all he fucking does is drink tall cans and smoke cigarettes. But yes, he goes to jobs. He does, I don't know, yard work or whatever. He's always, like, helping with some thing. I don't know what kind of work it is. I just know it's, like, outside stuff. Chopping wood, moving wood, making fences, random fucking shit. He'll do that, but he spends all the money on tall cans and six-packs and cigarettes and... So it's kind of just like, it just doesn't matter where you're at with him, because that's just where he's always gonna be. And that vibe just doesn't really get you anywhere. It's just a never-ending loop of tall cans and cigarettes and him starting to get really obnoxious and annoying. Then he can be funny and chill, but there's always going to be that point where he's going to get just obnoxious and annoying. And it becomes quite selfish, too. And it's weird, because I don't even think he realizes it very much. Because he's so, like, kind of like, why me, poor me, like, doing that victim thing. But then, like, also he does really just fucking deal with a lot, and he'll tough it out. But, it's just, and it's all very confusing. And it sucked because you know, it got to the point where I was like, you know, we were hanging out and I was like, I don't know, we should have a conversation about what the fuck we're doing, but we don't want to have it. And it was really hard. I feel like we both kind of knew that. We knew that we should probably talk about this, but we also really didn't want to. And it also felt like, what's the point? Because we also kind of both knew that the conclusion was, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. And yeah, and he still has all these feelings for this girl that just got arrested that he was like with. And he doesn't even know. He was like, I don't even know if she's coming back. I don't know if she's gonna be the same. Because she went through such like a mental breakdown that, you know, she was like, tried to like throw him under the bus and get him arrested and claimed that he was trapping her in her van. And it's just like, you know, if she's unstable like that, she really shouldn't be living in a van with him. And then he's all worried too because he's been living out of that van, so he might lose the van and might have to be stuck in the actual camp again. And winter's not quite over yet, but I was like, well, shit, is she gonna be back in 2 weeks? And he doesn't really know. That might not happen, but at the same time, it sounds a lot like she's just gonna be back in like a week or two, you know. She's not gonna be in jail or a psych ward forever. Like, really, it's not gonna be that long. And then what? And I was like, so is the notion that you're just going to get back with her and pretend this never happened? And that's when he said, like, oh, I just don't even know if she's coming back. Or if... Yeah. And I get it. In a way, it's like, he's also like, I just don't even know how I'm gonna live or anything. And that's why it doesn't matter if you have feelings for this guy or not, you know, at the end of the day, he still can't even, like, escape his homelessness issue. Which, you know, it is hard around here. Rent is really expensive here. And there are a lot of times I wish I wasn't, you know, living with his ex. You know, me and her are friends, but she also drives me crazy sometimes. She can be, like, really controlling and erratic, but I have, like, nowhere else to go. But this tarot reader that I like was, like, saying, you know, sometimes you just gotta tell yourself, maybe I don't see any other options right now, but that doesn't mean that they're not out there and they're not gonna show up at some point. Maybe just not right now. But don't start telling yourself this is all there is. It's not true. Maybe it's all you can see right now. Shit, boy, shit hard. When you don't know. Looks like the sun's coming out. But now I got a cute sleepy kitty on my lap. How am I gonna move? But I really need to make food, and I really need to wrap this up because this is already 40 minutes now. $40 freaking minutes of me ranting. Oh, I mean, I got stories. Just struggling with telling them. Because sometimes it feels like you need a lot more context, and I have not spent enough time telling this whole saga. Because, lots of context, but yeah, so, I guess I'm just, trying to be cool about everything. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay, I really gotta wrap this up. I just had to go to the bathroom. Frizzy hair, yeah, for the win. Kitty cat. Okay, I feel like I do need another cup of coffee. Okay. So, this is why I don't tell stories. It takes me too long. I've got like this witchy hair. I told him, Mr. Wrex dude, that I would freaking go into town to give him his leash for his dog. He left it in my car. But I guess he's got this job, so I was like, you can just leave it on the van. I'm like, oh great, so I don't even get to see you, I just get to drop off your stupid leash? Cool. It's very like, does he even care about me kind of vibes. And it's just sad. I just feel like I was doing a lot better being alone by just sticking to that. It's like once you start to branch out of that, suddenly the aloneness feels even more alone. Like I was fine before cuddling and stuff and remembering what that felt like, kind of like a drug, The further you refrain from the cigarettes or whatever, the less you want it. But it's also just like this loneliness that suddenly just feels a lot stronger when you feel what it's like to not be alone. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just like now I'm feeling a lot extra alone. I was doing better when I was just avoiding him. And now it's like, even though he's still dumb and annoying, I'm still just like, but I do want someone to cuddle with at night and stuff. But I'm just alone. like, have some people and stuff, but I also really just feel super duper alone. Really, just, like, I don't know. Pretty scary alone. I don't even know who's gonna be in the hospital room when I have this baby. Part of me doesn't even want anybody there because everybody's annoying me. So, the end. Goodbye. I don't know. I'm trying to tell myself I'm not gonna just be super sad today. Thing is, I don't have internet, so it's like, I don't know. I kinda just wanna go into town so I can use the internet, and I'm gonna watch the recent Grammys on YouTube, whatever video performances they put out. Watch some of those. Make it feel like I watched some of the Grammys. The important parts, anyway. And maybe watch this other astrology video. And I don't know. I'm trying to just have a nice chill day. Doing that. Because I like my little videos that I watch for myself. Just me doing whatever weird videos I want to do, I guess. Maybe, I'm hoping maybe if I just bring the leash later, I can at least see him and say hey, but hang out where? In the car? It'll be cold and dark by then. I'm not allowed to bring him to my house. According to my roommate, his other ex, she doesn't want him here, even though she's the one that brought him here. But if he's gonna hook up with me or something, then he's just too much. He can't be. I don't know, it's such a stupid game of... Sorry, I'm totally just like... I got a lot of fucking shit going on in my fucking head and in my heart or whatever. But everything's fine. Thumbs up. Everything's cool. Everything's whatever. This is not a movie. There is no conclusion. There's just getting through every fucking day. And I'm really not trying to be super bleak right now, so... I should stop this video because I need to eat something. Yeah, so... okay. One other thing I thought about, and I will end the video there. We were watching this movie, what the fuck was it called? Shit, I think it was called, My Old Ass, with Aubrey Plaza. Which is interesting because, like, her husband just passed away. And in the movie, not to give you a spoiler, but anyway, it's like kind of concept theory, kind of, just reminds me of like a college written concept, thesis movie. Very much in that Marriage Story fashion or something, but also like I don't know, it's similar to the Groundhog Day thing in a way. of just like, that wouldn't really happen, but that's not real. We'll go along with it anyway, just for the concept. Which is that this girl is somehow given the ability to communicate with her older self when she trips on mushrooms or something. So her older self is trying to give her advice on, to appreciate their life. But then the older self version ends up learning a lot from her younger self too. Because her older self was like, avoid this person. But the younger self was like, I can't do that. And it's like, nothing's a mistake. Even if it doesn't go out how it's planned, it's still worth it. Kind of like the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind sort of concept. So, yeah. And my friend was like telling me that too. Just like, yeah, like just whatever. Just do whatever. And fuck it. And love is love, and just, yeah. So, I don't know. There's obviously a giant question mark that comes along with that conclusion, but that's life. Every day is a giant question mark, and what are you going to do with it? I don't know. Okay. So the sun is coming out, and that's my cue to get a moving and do whatever the fuck it is I'm going to do. And I hope y'all have a good day somehow, too. Thumbs up.